And welcome back to game number 2 of this West Prairie Regional here at Sciota.
They can still see the score of the last game because somebody didn't change it.
Wonder who that was.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, that's good to tell people what happened if they weren't aware. It was South Fulton putting the beat down on North Fulton today, 41-11. So they'll advance. And the winner of this game will play South Fulton on Monday night at 6:15. For a right to get into the championship game of the West Prairie Regional.
Look at that. It's all fixed now.
Hey,
you
are kind of handy to have around.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I was being nice. I'm on the air. I have to be at least a little bit nice about it.
Why start now?
Well, I was just going to say, you haven't been before, but talk about the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans. And Dwayne, one of the things that it seems to go through in the high school program too, but see nice numbers for this West Prairie Junior High 7th grade squad. West Prairie did have to bring up a few 6th graders for theirs, as kind of, that number thing up, down, up, down.
Bushnell-Prairie City has a ton of players.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13. That's quite a few in this day and age.
It is.
For one class.
And that's, as I said, I've talked to a lot of other area coaches and people around the area. It just seems like that's more the case nowadays, is you have like one big bunch, and then you go to like 0, then you go up, then you go down. The West Prairie 8th grade, which are mostly, one of them's on camera, the rest of them are kind of down in front of us. They're a huge bunch. 7th grade, not so much. They will jump it up here. We'll get starters for you. Reese Kleindienst. Also, Thomas Anderson, Riley Reimolds, Parker Groudage, and Dylan King for the Spartans, dressed in blue. Dalen McCartney, also Rowan Sullivan, Gannon Shipman, Holden Copeland, and Cam Melvin. McCartney with it, swinging it out to Holden Copeland. Zone here by Bushnell. Rowan Sullivan with it out top to Copeland. 3 is on the way, and good.
Well, the West Prairie girls the other night hit 13 threes against the BPC varsity girls. I'm thinking BPC doesn't want that same thing to happen to them in junior high today.
And this group will do it, as will I just about called them the varsity, the 8th grade. They dribbled down, working, going to have a foul called as King was going to the basket. Sam DeCounter, the head coach, and Jeff Copeland, the assistant coach, they flip-flop for the 8th grade. Cole Thompson, the coach of the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans. Inbounds, brought in quick, got tapped right back to Groudage, who had brought it in.
Lucky he got back in bounds in time.
That was pretty close there because you have to get both feet back in bounds, and they'll do it again. Box offensive set here on the inbounds.
It happened so quick, I don't even know if he had both his feet in or not. There's a little push in the back got away with there.
Yep, Shipman on the shot by Anderson. And the Cyclones working up clip. Melvin had to chase it down in the corner to Copeland. He'll put up another. He said, hey, I made one. I'll try another. Shipman the rebound.
As Luke Little likes to say, he's doing a heat check.
There you go. McCartney with the rebound. Now working out Copeland. Nice pass to Melvin. Wasn't quite ready to catch it. Missed it. And there, Shipman committed the foul. Kind of, instead of going up over, he made the sweep across the face of Anderson.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of pushing. Timeout on the floor, charge to BPC. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break as well and be right back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
And we are back here, and a good crowd on hand for this game. And, of course, a lot of West Prairie fans here early because coming up at 2 o'clock will be the high school, JV and varsity. And you said it is actually North Fulton they're taking on today.
Yeah, I thought it was Havana. Havana's Tuesday. Had them mixed up. I apologize.
Bushnell, nice job breaking that pressure. Groudage brought it across the timeline. 3-0 here, West Prairie in the lead. As he dribbles around, gets screens up top. And then finally has it taken away. Shipman with it, off to Copeland. And they'll work it up here. Copeland actually driving right to the hole. Double clutcher, no good. And Groudage the rebound.
Groudage needs to find the left hand. If I was coaching these guys, I think I'd be making him use his left hand all day in practice.
There you go. And that's a lot of times why these kids get it poked away. They're strong hand dominant.
Nice left hand.
There you go. See, they were listening to you. Reimolds draws the foul. And that one whistled on Rowan Sullivan. Inbounds comes from Anderson. Oh, they are going to give him 2 shots on that.
I think they should have. He was trying to get to the basket. I don't know if he actually was in the act of shooting yet, but he was trying there. He's trying to get there. Right?
Yep. Well, I look kind of like with some of these younger guys, a little hard to tell when they're going up for the shot. And he'll miss the first free throw.
That's a really low release on that free throw. Shooting it from the hip almost.
And he'll shoot it again and gets this one to go. So the Spartans on the board. It is 3-1. Copeland will bring it back here the other way. Rowan Sullivan will put up the long shot, and it was actually the dreaded long 2. 5-1 West Prairie. They'll pressure on the inbounds. And not necessarily to slow them up. They do get a lot of steals out of that. Not the tallest 7th grade group, but they are pretty quick and active. Drive to the hole. Nice screens up top. A good basket by Groudage, but great screens up top, D.
Yeah, they've been, it looks like, I mean, I obviously haven't seen these guys. There's another 3 on the way. They tend to screen the ball quite a bit, but the ball comes to the screen instead of the screen coming to the ball.
Yep. Well, and that's a skill kids these age you got to learn. You got to set that screen up.
I would imagine, though, you're going to see Sam, or Coach DeCounter, probably tell his kids, Groudage has the ball. I want you to play to his right, make him go left because he can't beat you that way, I don't think.
And what they do is they put Anderson and also Kleindienst out top, have them screen as a shot on the way, and we got a rebound foul.
Foul on BPC.
It's on Kleindienst. And Sam, awful lot of fun, does a great job. He and Jeff do a fantastic job here. With West Prairie, Rowan Sullivan dribbled, throws it out, nearly threw it away. This Spartan defense has been pretty tough here so far.
Yeah, they've been active at least, and it's a 5-3 game, so you have reason to steal. I know they just came off their 2nd win of the season against North Fulton to end the regular season. So
Gannon Shipman puts it up and puts it in, 7-3 West Prairie. As the quick inbounds to King. King dribbling up the near sideline. Now wheels it out.
King family chiropractic Kings, in fact.
Yep.
And
yes! And it counts. Holden Copeland.
Foul. Holy smokes. That showed some power there. He battled right through the foul and still got it up and got it to fall.
Holden Copeland will try to bust this out to a 7-point advantage.
You know, that's what you like to see, too. Is that, you know, a lot of times at this stage, those kids will just fall down. But he muscled through the foul and still tried to get the shot up, and it counted.
Free throw number 1 is no good, and almost went and got his own rebound. Spartans work it up here. And they set screens on the outside. Like I said, they're just basically a screen set, double screen. Cam Melvin's trying to fight his way through the guys. He keeps dancing around with them, trying to get past it.
Well, here's the thing, and I understand they're 7th graders, but when I was in 7th grade.
As a nice shot put up by Kleindienst and knocked home. So it's 9-5. Go ahead.
You need to – those kids at this point in the season need to be going right off that screen, not allowing your defender room to get around the screen. And Groudage is not using the screen very well, really.
And that foul whistled on King. We'll have our first subs for both sides. Cade Chambers coming in for West Prairie. Coming in for Bushnell-Prairie City is Landon Ferguson. Into Copeland. He steps up, puts up the three. It's good, and you got to get up on him. Bushnell finding that out. It is a 7-point lead, 12-5. They work the other way, and now they've brought the screens way, way out. Copeland working hard here, doing a nice job. Dwayne not just keeping his hands back.
Yeah, and that's where not using the screen correctly becomes a problem, right? If you get somebody that's up in your mug guarding you close, if you're not using the screen shoulder to shoulder like you really should be using the screen, you'll never get that defender off of you.
And Melvin traveled as he went to pass it. Yeah, with Copeland, that's how he caused Groudage to lose the basketball. Just right up on him with the heavy pressure.
And it forces the screeners to try to come out to him, and if you're not used to that, and that's not what they normally do, like right there is an illegal pick. Yep. Because you're forcing – if the ball handler doesn't go to the screener and the screener has to step to the ball carrier, it's a block every time, and that's what happened right there.
Sullivan,
did they call a block on that defense?
Yes, on the defense.
Well, okay. I'm not real quite sure how that was a block on the defense, but
I wondered that. Ferguson, nice job, dug his way in there, couldn't get it to go. That was a really nice drive coming in off the bench, just going right to the hole. Copeland with it. Got Sullivan puts the shot, no good. Gannon, Shipman the rebound, puts it up again, yes, and it counts.
Another good job of battling through a foul for a West Prairie player. This time Shipman, right? Mm-hmm. Goes through the foul. Now difference between him and the last one was this: he was kind of the bigger kid in this one, so you'd expect him to power through, but you still have to have the initiative to do that, and he hits the free throw too.
15-5. Cyclones have busted it out to a 10-point advantage.
An old-fashioned three-point play attempt.
It was. He and Holden Copeland, two of the sixth graders of this bunch. Groudage three from the side, and that one just a little too much oomph on it.
Yeah, probably needed to maybe take a little more time on that possession than that.
So 20 seconds left. Cyclones look like they are working for one. They bring it into McCartney. And a wide open.
Oh, nice pass.
A beautiful extra pass from Holden Copeland.
Holy cannoli.
Most kids don't get that. I mean, no. I think Mr. Reimolds was just a little thought the clock was not where it was.
Yeah, he was. He thought it was a little later in the clock than it actually was. It kind of looked like he was in one of those halftime shooting exhibitions where you get to take 5 steps before you shoot.
And Holden Copeland very nearly got that one to bank in. 17-5, West Prairie at the end of one. We'll take this timeout on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
And the Cyclones out first to start this second quarter play. They'll have the basketball. It is Shipman, Sullivan, Copeland, Chambers, and McCartney on the floor for West Prairie. And it is Groudage, Ferguson, Reimolds, Kleindienst, and Anderson for the Spartans. I gotta say, I do like those Spartan uniforms. Those are cool. I would like that, the red, white, and blue there.
You know what I like the most is the great big number on the back of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For broadcasters, that is fantastic. Sullivan with the steal. And out of Shipman. Shipman just step back three, no good. Copeland chases it to the far side. And the Cyclones will go to work. Sullivan wide open three, no good. And Groudage down with the rebound. Walk it across here. Cyclones in man on man. Reimolds holds. Goes up top. Now back to Groudage. Groudage looking to drive the lane, and Copeland didn't get any help there. There was no help on the backside, and Copeland commits the personal. And
Fifth team foul.
Yeah, and I'm kind of with you. They've gone that way every time when they've driven to the basket. You got to get somebody's got to know to slide over.
Yeah, or just the defender needs to play out top to his right side, defends left, and make him go left.
This is the first free throw. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're in. Also, you can check out TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events on the big screen. JoJo's 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell. And cheers our area teams on to victory. 17-5 Cyclones here as Copeland in a hurry up the court. Over to Chambers. Pulls it down, gives a look. Copeland slides right through the defense. Nice pass to McCartney. Missed the shot. And then Copeland going to tie up.
We saw the best jump ball I've ever seen in my life in the last game.
That was hilarious. Player just grabbed, basically arms, legs, everything around it, and the other player held him up.
Yeah, it was, and all four appendages holding the basketball.
Ferguson trapped as he went to the baseline, and now here comes Copeland. Up to McCartney. He'll dribble up, put it in.
BPC, I'm about 60% sure has ran the same play every time.
They have this double stack set, and they're trying to get their way to the basket. Ferguson bobbled it.
He went left that time, though. That was a plus.
Reimolds out top with it. He'll kind of seesaw back the other way. Out to Groudage. Groudage a fake. Now a nice dribble. And actually drew the second one on Copeland. And coming into the ball game, or coming back, I should say, Dylan King.
Coach DeCounter's down there right now saying, you know that he's going to go to his right. You have to cut the baseline off.
There he's tried to get Rowan Sullivan to come over and guard. King, they bring it to Anderson. He'll hold, wait. Bounces out top. Drives it to baseline, shoots shot. And Cade Chambers, nice job getting the rebound. Copeland with a look up. Nice look to McCartney. Didn't quite have it. Pulls it out to Copeland for the three. No good. Rebound fought for. And Reimolds comes out of there with it. Nice job there as a 14-point lead for West Prairie. And Barton's trying to dig their way back in. King drives and gets the hand check foul. Sullivan just kind of reached out and grabbed him.
One in bonus. Yeah, but I don't know that. I mean, he stuck a hand out, but just because you stick a hand out doesn't mean it's a foul. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Oh, yeah.
I saying.
Trust me, I've argued that point to many people. Usually afterwards they tell me to shut up and go back in my coaching box.
They don't say shut up. They just tell you to get back in your coaching box. Hey, look at that. Oh, I thought it rattled around and fell through.
Sullivan
but it didn't. Fell off.
Cyclones up with it. Copeland gives it to Chambers. Chambers with a nice fake. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound batted out. Copeland picks it up. And I've watched this most of the season. This West Prairie team really, for not a huge amount of size, really does an actual good job of team rebounding.
Well, it has. They all have a nose for the basketball. They go after the basketball is the first thing. The second thing is they've been taught some good positioning. They understand how to get into good rebounding position, and it works for them. And very seldom do the loose balls ever go to somebody else.
Copeland trying to race ahead of the pack here. Runs in. Nice pass to McCartney. Puts it up. He missed it. Rebound to Shipman down with it. Puts it up, and it bounces home. Home rim. Makes it 21-5.
The home rim or shooter's touch?
Oh, it can be both.
Oh, at the same time? Now, that might have been a foul there.
Yeah. Yeah, Sullivan got a pushing his way through the screen.
Boy, he reached out with both hands and grabbed the ball, the dribbler too, at one point.
And Cade Chambers will come out, coming in for the Cyclones. Mason Sorrells.
That might have been he probably should consider himself even now.
And then we had a foul on the rebound. Shipman will put up a three. That one's well short of the mark. And nice job by Sorrells jumping in there. As Bushnell's Ryan Hebelin had a hold of it, and he just ran right in, bobbled it a second, and West Prairie jumped in and grabbed it.
Coach DeCounter coaching track again this year?
I don't think so. Shipman in the middle again, had somebody blocking him out from underneath and puts it up, makes it 23-5. I see Coach Greg Duncan is darkening the doorway.
Oh, Coach Duncan is here, isn't he?
Yep, here a little bit early, and I figure, probably figuring he might as well see some future Cyclones. Travel on the drive there. A hat brand built on two staples, comfort and style, specializing in snapback trucker-style caps. Check out this selection or consider customs to build your business at BarkleyBillsCo.com. Don't let the hat rack fool you. There's always room for one more. Barkley Bills Co. As the Cyclones batted around here. And I am wearing my Cyclone hat today for Barkley Bills. And we've got
I'm wearing my Heartland Auto Racing Tour Barkley Bills hat.
That's coming up.
Yeah, I leave a week from Monday.
Be hitting the racing circuit.
Right now we have 48 races scheduled this year.
And us guys will man the stations while you're gone. As Copeland having trouble getting it in, finally gets it into Shipman, lost it, and stolen out of there. Groudage running up the far side of the half court. Comes down, and now pulls up. Trying to get Copeland trying to slide around the screens. Shot on the way. Oh, rattled out. I thought Reimolds had that one. Just wouldn't stick.
That was a good look for Reimolds, though.
Shipman, shot on the way, no good. Rebound bounces out to McCartney. Back to Shipman. He'll look to dribble, puts it up, can get it to go. And a fight for it underneath. Bushnell-Prairie City will secure it. We've got a timeout called by the Spartans with 1:03 left to go here in the first half. 23-5 lead for the Cyclones. Macomb's original local sports bar is the Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop by and say hi. 124 North Randolph Street, Macomb. Located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974, Ryden Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in this area. Customer service, one of their specialties. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial here to help. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. And again, folks, I will say it, and I will keep saying it. Please go in and thank our very fine sponsors of TSSR Game Time Live, MDH, WIU, M&B Furniture, Country Financial. All these sponsors, please give them a thank you. Please do that for me, because they're the ones that keep us doing this. And they keep Dwayne and his fancy cars and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's me.
You guys never get to see him wear the big cowboy hats.
Big belt buckles and cowboy hats.
There you go. That's you.
When I get the silver platter belt buckle, you know that I'm doing good.
Holden Copeland will dribble down with it to McCartney. McCartney's spinning out of there. And, folks, I'll tell you, we joke, media mogul, Dwayne Hulett.
Yeah. I try. I do what I can.
You and the Twitter guy. Right there together.
Is that all that's left?
I'm pretty much. Ferguson wheeling it around as they run that same offense there. Now, he did a nice job pulling it up, then nearly lost it. Reimolds with it now in the corner. And it was 6 seconds left. Reimolds pulls it up and drops the three.
I about said, why are you having him shoot so early? There's a lot of time left, but never mind.
And 23-8 at the half, maybe a little.
That's my little brother, she says. Are you always that happy that he's your little brother? Always, or just right now?
Every time.
Every day? I somehow do not believe that. I know your parents. I don't believe that's true. Is it? Every second of every day. Is that the only brother you like? No, I love this one too. Oh, you love that one too? Now I know. I'm glad I'm on top of the bleachers because it's getting deep in here. That's what I'm thinking. What do you think?
I would agree. I know how well one of
sibling rivalries go, and it's not always loving.
Well, I've got one of them is on your left side. The other two are at home this afternoon, and I'm sure they would say the same thing, that the two girls more after each other than the girls and the boy. But that's kind of how it goes. 23-8 here at the half. The Cyclones in control. We'll take this time out. Be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH. They're all good. You get all the support you need. This is just the best place.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
All right, welcome back. We're here now with Wanda Foster, the Vice President of Nursing and Clinical Administration. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Well, what we're going to talk about today is some of the opportunities that are available at MDH for students, whether they be high school students, Spoon River College students, or Western students. MDH has a lot of opportunities to be involved and to learn, right?
We absolutely do. And we look so forward to having students here. We are a clinical site for Western Illinois University and their bachelor's program for nursing, as well as for Spoon River College nursing students and others that are doing some independent study. We welcome students, and we also encourage high school students. If you would like to learn more about nursing, we would love to meet with you. And there are opportunities at the hospital also where they can apply for jobs here, for positions. So we work closely with our nursing students, and we hope to recruit them and attract them and want to come back.
I know that publicly there's been a shortcoming or a shortage of nurses, right? And I know that every hospital and every nursing home and every clinical place period is searching for nurses. So how important is it for MDH to have these groups work with them, whether it be MDH or be Spoon River College or whatever the case may be? How important is it for MDH to then recruit those nurses to stay here and work as a profession?
It's very important. We want nursing students to feel very comfortable here, to enjoy their clinical experience and their opportunities here, and then we want them to feel very comfortable, to give them a good orientation. We hire new graduates, of course, into our acute care area as well as the intensive care unit. We hire new graduates in the emergency room, in home health and hospice, in our OB department, and our surgery department. These are all areas that new graduates can come into. We certainly give them a robust orientation. No one starts on their own until they feel completely ready. They have a mentor certainly with them, and we want to give them the best start for success that we can. And then there are many areas of specialty they can choose to go into. Nursing is a very unique field. You can work full-time, you can work part-time if you need to take time off for some reason. It's a field that you can kind of step into a little bit more. than maybe some other fields in healthcare. We also have scholarships available through our auxiliary, through the hospital, and then once someone is an employee here, we do have some tuition reimbursement. So we will certainly help with that.
And going back to the scholarships and the shortages that are across the board, not necessarily at MDH, but everywhere. Right? So everywhere. This is a profession that you can make a good living at and be pretty sure to have a job, right? So
absolutely.
This is a profession that high schoolers that are playing these sporting events or high schoolers that are watching these sporting events should consider, I would imagine.
Yes, very much so. You will always be assured to have a job, a career in nursing. I hate to call it just a job because you really want someone on that career path who has that passion for caring for people, for providing nursing care. Through your education and through your orientation, we can teach you your skill set. But if you have that passion and the desire to be in the nursing profession, you will do fine.
Yeah, a career and a job, while they might be listed as the same thing, they're really not. Correct. I mean, if your career is being a nurse, you're probably going to enjoy it a lot more than if it's a job, right?
That's right. And you don't go into it first and foremost for the money. You go into it because that's what you want to do with your life, and the money certainly will follow.
Yeah, and that goes for anything probably.
Yes.
But the nice thing is right now, whether the money's good or bad, there's always going to be a job.
There will.
If you can get through the schooling and you can learn to love what you're doing, there's always going to be a job for you, right?
And it's not something for high school graduates exclusively. We have many people who have made changes midlife. We have people who have retired from their career in one thing and have chosen to go into nursing. So it's open for any age, and we certainly welcome that.
And you mentioned there's different areas of expertise for nurses. People think of that for doctors, but it's really that same way for nurses, right? I mean, you can be a surgical nurse and really become a great surgical nurse, or you can become a great ICU nurse, or you can do all those things.
Yes.
But if you really want to focus on something or be an OB, which you guys have a great OB department here, if that's what you want your focus to be and you really love working with expected and new mothers and young babies, you can do that, right?
You can do that. We also have positions in our MDH physician clinic practices as well. And if you are in nursing and you can choose to specialize in a certain department, you can choose to go on and be a director or a clinical care coordinator. You can go back to school and become a nurse practitioner, become a certified registered nurse anesthetist. You can go many different directions and really as high as to whatever extent in your education you would like to pursue.
Well, Wanda, thanks for coming and talking to us. We greatly appreciate it. I know that there's probably specific places within MDH that they can reach out to, correct? Is there somewhere that they need to call if they're interested?
I would call our human resource department and start there, and then they can help direct and guide you. They can tell you about openings that we currently have. All of our current positions are listed on our MDH website, www.mdh.org. But certainly any positions for high school students, if they would like to start somewhere within the organization or volunteer experience, reach out to Human Resources and they can help direct you.
Well, again, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. You get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Welcome back here to the second half. 23-8, West Prairie leading BPC here at the half.
Easy for you to say.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what happens when you shove a whole bunch of popcorn in your mouth at halftime. Having slow and reliable internet just doesn't cut it in today's world. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video camera, and phone systems in the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas, and is expanding quickly. Kind of like both Dwayne and my waistline, expanding quickly.
Dude, you have no idea.
Visit
I need to stop eating
mtc.craftfiber.com.
so bad. It's ridiculous. Anyway,
Yeah, and
sorry.
then what did we do yesterday? We ate pizza buffet.
Yeah. Hey, ate salad for supper, though. Does that count?
Yeah, sort of. It does. We eat salad for lunch, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. That's true. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Groudage, Reimolds, Anderson, Kleindienst, and King on the floor for the Spartans. And again, run it to the near side, run to King. King trying to knife his way into the lane, shot it, missed it, and Copeland the rebound. Holding Copeland, sees a streaking Gannon Shipman, puts it up. Nice block there by Anderson. But Rowan Sullivan says, got your back, partner, scoops it up and in. Back. King throwing it up. I'm not sure where he was throwing it to. Sullivan picks it off. And Copeland will run offense here. Drives toward the baseline. Swings it out to Sullivan. Puts up the three. No good.
If Copeland's spin would have been on his left foot instead of stepping his left foot and spinning, he would have had a quick trip to the basket right there.
And
that's a foul somewhere there.
Yeah. Either a charge or a block.
And it should have been a block because he dove out of the way at the last second. I mean, he didn't dive out of the way. He turned out to avoid some of the contact.
Nice pass into Shipman, loaded into Rowan Sullivan. It's one thing these young men do very well. They load the post very, very well.
You know what I liked about Shipman's move is he caught it and he was decisive and he turned and went straight up with the basketball. He didn't dribble a time or two or didn't hesitate. He went right to the basket.
Groudage now will wheel it back out of there. So he looks to come to the far side. Kicks over to Reimolds.
Take that shot, kid.
Yep.
They're going to leave you open. You hit one at the end of the first half.
Out to King. Now King will put it up and on the way, a little bit short. And got to follow your shot, too. That one would have come right back to him.
Nice defense, though, for.
Yep. Can get it back.
Well,
Copeland takes it right back.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
That's right.
Anything you can do, I can do better than you. Isn't that how that little thing goes?
That's how it goes. Shipman in the lane. And you know what I'm seeing? The Spartans really picking up the defensive intensity in this second. At least the first few possessions have really picked up the intensity.
They did the same thing in the first half, too, in the first quarter, and then it kind of faltered off a little bit.
And on the way with the rebound putback was Kleindienst, and he's fouled. It's Sullivan's first in the second half. First on the team. And Kleindienst will be up the free throw line. I see the South Fulton coaches and some of their contingent has hung around in this one, wanting to get an eye on whoever wins it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing, but these teams in this regional all see each other during the regular season. It's not like you're going to be a complete surprise to anybody for the most part, I don't think.
Copeland coming up the far side of the floor.
Whoa.
Sam putting on the brakes a little bit. And Sullivan looks nice in, gets it into McCartney, a little hard off the backboard. And falling on it was Melvin. Jump ball, possession arrow stays with West Prairie.
That might be the quickest jump ball I've ever seen.
Almost like he anticipated it. Melvin looking in. Nice position by Shipman. Missed the shot. Got his own rebound, though.
A little pounding going on down low between Kleindienst and Shipman, though. They're having a battle down there.
Rebound.
Who? What?
I think they caught what you were talking about underneath. They didn't do a very good job explaining what number, but I think it was what you were talking about down below.
If they called it on BPC, it had to be on Kleindienst, I think.
He and Shipman were kind of banging inside there.
I didn't think it was anything foul-worthy. They were just posting up and battling on each other. If anything, Shipman's the one that was doing the pushing when he blew the whistle.
Yeah, that was funny, and it was done so quickly.
Yeah, there is very little. I feel like I've been thrown. Oh, nice move, Mr. King, but he missed it. I feel like I've been thrown back a little bit into refereeing days that gone by. As I've seen a couple of times the down officials yelled to the second official to tell him what the foul is.
Yeah.
Without coming out and telling them to switch in positions.
Sullivan with it. Nice job by Anderson on sliding in front of Shipman to steal that one. And the Spartans have made some good defensive plays, but they just haven't been able to capitalize on them, get some points on the board.
The offense, got it caught on his hip, unfortunately.
Ferguson will come in.
I try to – this ball when we were little, did we use a smaller basketball in junior high?
No. It was the same as the high school.
Man, it looks big with these kids.
It does.
I never thought it felt big when I was playing, but, man, it looks big for these kids.
It is a 29.5, which is the same as the high school uses. Melvin trapped in the corner, out to Sullivan. To Copeland. Copeland pop up three, and he says, well, can't drive, I'll just do that. 30-8.
Yeah, I was thinking. Coach DeCounter says you got to catch and shoot better than that. I thought that he missed his opportunity when he didn't take the three initially on the catch and shoot, but then he stepped back and took it anyway and made it. Well,
that's one of the dreaded catch and bounce scenarios. As Groudage trying to dribble, nearly had it poked away by Copeland. Minute 24. This has been a lightning fast third quarter.
Force left. Just heard Coach DeCounter say you got to force him left.
Ferguson dribbling out top. Over to Anderson. Anderson. And that one, Copeland, easy pick there as he saw where he was going. Copeland called for a double dribble.
Huh.
That's kind of my reaction. Okay. Alex Kohler will check in along with Ryan Hebelin the second. Ferguson dribbles now with Melvin on him.
He's done a pretty good job, Ferguson has, for BPC handling the basketball.
Yes, he has.
I actually like him up top a little better than Groudage. Groudage, I think, dribbles better with his right hand, but overall, Ferguson seems to run the offense a little bit better, and Groudage could be used kind of at a 2 or a 3 and be a pretty successful basketball player, I think.
Cyclones with a steal. Copeland ahead of the pack, or he and Groudage running in. Puts it up, puts it in, 32-8 Cyclones. 20 seconds left in this third quarter play. Well, I said lightning fast third quarter. Ferguson comes up in the corner to Groudage. Groudage catching on the sideline, looks to dribble baseline, cut off.
That pass right there, the three people sitting right there, right behind the ball right now, all flinched.
And a very near three.
All flinched when the pass came to him. The kid sitting farther down in the green that would have gotten hit by the ball actually, not even paying attention.
Yeah, he was on his phone.
He would have got smacked without even knowing he was going to be hit.
32-8 as we head to the fourth quarter. Cyclones in the lead. Let's take this timeout on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I told about the staff of MDH. They're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. You can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email, all this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're age 65 or older. You can also buy copies available at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street, Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School, open April through October for all your fresh produce needs. Be sure to follow their Facebook page. They're getting ready for the 2023 season right now. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. And a drive and a foul. Cannon Shipman picking one up on Ferguson. Melvin trying to get it into Copeland. And to chase it there. Wheels around. Nobody picks him up, but I love how he made a nice entry. Could have probably popped the three-pointer, but he made a really nice entry pass into Melvin.
Groudage got trapped on the baseline there and threw it in, and then had to. He was losing his balance. He threw it in and had to step out to get the ball, and then the ball came back to him before he could get back in and somebody else touch it.
Sorrells with it. Now out to Copeland. Copeland thought about the drive, wheels it back out. Copeland, Cade Chambers, Cam Melvin, Sorrells, and Gannon Shipman in there for West Prairie. Shipman to the shoot. King kind of did a nice job contesting if he just stayed a little more straight up and got the hands in there. And that's what I love. Watch Sam to counter. And, of course, folks at home, I know I get a little more. I see Sam and Jeff all the time. Of course, my kids go to West Prairie, but I love Sam's always coaching. It doesn't matter whether it's a 30-point lead, 30-point deficit. Always coaching these guys, always helping them out.
Well, Sam's a teacher. I mean, and it doesn't matter whether he's an ag teacher, which he's one of the best in the area or the state, or whether he's coaching basketball or track or football or whatever he might be coaching. He's a teacher. I mean, he's always been that way, and West Prairie is very lucky to have him. That was a travel.
Yep, Greg. Yes, I will say we are. I got lucky. I've had a son play for him. BPC Ferguson shoots, no good. Copeland down with the rebound. And I was looking after West Prairie scored, 25 in the first half. They only scored 8 in the third quarter. BPC did not score in the quarter. Now they swing it. Cade Chambers back to Copeland. Fake. Now comes into Shipman. Shipman, a nice kick out for Melvin.
I really feel like West Prairie is methodically trying to run some offense here.
And Melvin tried the shot. Sorrells did a nice job in there. Actually got the rebound from Groudage and jump ball. McCartney and Bo Knox will check in for West Prairie. Gannon Shipman and Mason Sorrells go out. First appearance for John Malda as Reimold goes out. Chambers, nice fake, spins out of there for Knox. He'll put up a shot, won't go. Rebound McCartney, he puts it up, can't get it to go. Melvin hits the underside of the rim, and now Ferguson pokes it away from Knox in the lane, squeezed it a little bit too tight. And the official missed. I think Bo Knox touched that when he was out of bounds. I'm pretty sure he did.
He's calling a foul.
And it's on Knox.
It shouldn't have been a foul. He touched the ball out of bounds before he ever did the foul. But
Knox coming out. Jamar White checking in. Ferguson from the corner. Good. Got the 2. 33-10. Nice little shot from Ferguson as well. I see a lot of good things out of him.
Yeah, he's been playing pretty well. He's
a little. Go ahead.
No, he's a little undersized, but there's a rebound down amongst the would-be trees, and Ferguson comes out with it. He's from a family that is very hard-nosed like that. All his uncles played that same way. So
Groudage going in and traveled. I think he got tied up a little bit. Landon Lear will check in. He'll replace Groudage for BPC. His coach Cole Thompson is getting some other players in there. And that's one of those things, great thing for BPC to have the numbers. I mean, that you can't do much without numbers.
Yeah, and and some people complain, well, it's hard to get kids better. The problem is no matter if you start with 6, you're going to have 2 left when they become seniors.
Mm-hmm.
If you start with 15, you might end up with 7 or 8. So all these kids need to get opportunities. They need to get taught how to play the game because you don't know which ones of them are still going to be available when they get to the high school level.
And it actually was white ball. They called it blue.
.326 remaining.
Copeland looking in. Nice job by McCartney. He's got to finish his shot, and I've seen he and Gannon Shipman do a fantastic job.
Oh, behind the back right there. Did you see that?
Cade Chambers can do that as Copeland shoots a three, no good, gets his own rebound.
Reached in there and pulled it out.
Well, I was saying on those inbounds, they do a nice job of getting position. Jamar White, no good. McCartney, boy, he has had trouble getting the ball in the basket.
Yeah, almost too easy a looks, I think, has been part of the problem for him. He's had some pretty decent opportunities. There's Knox, right?
Bo Knox puts one up and puts it in.
You know, a good job for him there. I know he doesn't play a whole lot maybe, but he kept the ball high. He got the ball, turned around and put it right to the basket while not dropping the ball down, using his size to his advantage.
Dylan Franco in there now as well for the Spartans. Out to Lear. Lear dribbling on Jamar White.
A party in the front, or a business in the front, party in the back here.
That's
right.
right.
There. That's a classic mullet.
And we've got a timeout. Now, this is what I applaud that a lot of these coaches do. Referees will let you take what you call a substitution timeout. And,
They still charge them for the timeout, but they let them not take the time to take the timeout. Just get kids in. I kind of wonder why in a game like this the referees don't just say timeout, subs, and not even, you know what I'm saying? When you see 6 kids sitting down there trying to get in the game, just at a dead ball or at a whatever, or not a dead ball, but after a made basket, they're not going to fast break. Just say timeout, get them in.
White with it up to Sullivan. Sullivan dribbling down, comes out top for Faust. Faust, not really sure where he was going, but he kind of heaved it in there. And I'm trying my best, folks. They're running a lot of kids in. I want to make sure I get everybody mentioned, like Ethan Hyde in the ball game now. Franco out top, dribbling past Dominic Fott. And Cole Thompson will take a 30 here. I think more substitutions on the way.
Number 3.
35-10.
Connor Stewart checking in for BPC. He's got the headband, red, white, and blue headband.
I like that.
I do too.
Throwback stuff.
I love it.
M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store, is a mainstay in the community, offers free delivery within 40 miles for high-quality home furnishings. Stop and see the fine folks at M&B Furniture at 41 West Main Street. You find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mnbfurnitureinc.com. Also call 309-772-2111. Again, our fine sponsors here on TSSR Game Time. Please, 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 make sure you patronize these sponsors. Say them thank you. Tell them thank you for putting us on the air and on the web. I keep saying on the air because I'm so used to that from years gone by. But you understand.
When you do something for 100 years, you get used to saying it one way, right?
It seemed like it. As Franco gets it out to Lear. And Jamar White poked it away, recovered. And pass up over the head of Connor Stewart and out of bounds. I said both West Prairie varsity, JV and varsity coaches, high school coaches, Greg Duncan, getting to watch here. And like I said, it's nice for the high school coaches to come in because these are going to be the kids you're going to see in 3 or 4 years.
BPC has more cheerleaders than West Prairie has basketball players.
I think that's true.
They have 11 cheerleaders. There's a nice take by Sullivan. They have 11 cheerleaders, and I think there's only 10 people 5 on the bench and 5 on the floor, if my count's right, for West Prairie.
Under a minute left to go, 37-10. As they hold it in the corner. Swing it back out of there. Working around there. Hyde working toward the basket to Franco. He'll send it on the way. Oh, thought that was going to stick.
Get in there, ball.
Sullivan out of there with it. And nice job. Good job by Hebelin. Or no, that's not Hebel. That is Hyde. Actually seeing not Dr. Jekyll, but the Mr. Hyde.
He was a little crazy reaching in on that one.
As he'll trigger it in. Lob comes out. Sullivan able to take it away. He'll dribble it up amongst 3 Spartans. And shoots that shot, no good. Rebound, Jamar White out of there with it. He'll put it up, won't get it to go. Rebound tapped around. Faust and Sorrells after it. And with 18 seconds, Spartans will come back the other way. Franco leading it. Rise down. Oh, yes, and got it to bounce in there. Nice job driving that, dribbling that. It was Dylan Franco. And Bo Knox couldn't get shot, didn't count. It would have went anyway. 37-12, the Cyclones will head into Monday's semifinals, where they will take on South Fulton. For the
Are you going to do Monday's semifinals?
We'll have to talk about that. We'll have to see what we can get together for Monday night semifinals. Possible.
Okay.
Keep watching Facebook, folks. We'll announce that with what we're going to do. I got to see how
I don't know what the
going.
girls do that night. They're not home, but I don't know.
They're on the road that night. I think we may be able to do it. We'll try to work something out, see what we can do. But 2 games in the book here, and then so the matchups are now set for Monday night. It will be West Central taking on La Harpe Dallas City at 5 o'clock, and it will be South Fulton and West Prairie at 6:15. They will play the championship on the 25th, which, got to do all my math, that would be Wednesday?
Sure.
Would be Wednesday for the rights to go to the sectional. So any final thoughts from you, if you have any thoughts?
I don't have any.
Yeah,
anybody that knows me should know that.
Well, I was at least giving you the benefit of the doubt, D.
Well, you're a sweetheart, but I got nothing.
Hey, don't tell anybody. That'll ruin my reputation. We're going to wrap it up from here. Thanks for tuning us in. Thanks for turning us on. This has been TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.